Hi all you beautiful friends, here we are again. Our Sunday Shining number 20, and I tried making it before and it was impossible. And now I've been doing some healing work with myself, and yeah, I'll try again. So I'm starting to just open up to channeling myself, and really, as I've said before, we're really channeling all the time, because we're not alone. There's beings all around us, plus we are really a little image of the whole. So we are really the universe. So I mean, everything, and if God is within us, everything is within us. So we're always connected to everything, really. So, but because we are in a human form, and we've been limited also because most of us have not learnt about the spiritual world and how we are being communicated to all the time, we have not opened up to these abilities. But it is wonderful when we learn this, that really the messages are very profound, really. And what I was being told was to be more playful, and that I was getting too serious. It was Mother Mary who had a message for me. Cheers! And I needed some batch flower remedy. So I think this video is going to be about balance, and I want to start off saying that the whole thing of not really knowing what I want to say and doing these videos anyway, it's a funny feeling, because in a way I think, well, why should you do a video if you don't know what to say? But then what I feel is that the Lord is telling me to practice this and to really relax in this state of being, that you don't know what's going to come, and it doesn't matter. And the other thing about it is that my sort of personality is very spontaneous, and I'm not a very sort of a constant person. Like some people have the same job for 40 years in the same company, and they love it. It's really works well for them. And I'm not like that. I love to move into new territory, and I love to do many things, different things. So I love life to be very changeable, and I hate stagnation. Anything that's stagnant is not really nice for me. And so I'm really sort of asking myself to just do this, to get this continuity of every Sunday doing a video. And I think it's a wonderful feeling myself, the things that I can find on the internet that really are helpful for me, that I know that some places every day there's a new message for me, and it's very, very helpful. So if you feel that it's helpful for you, that every Sunday there's something from me, that's the feeling that I like to share here. And yeah, practicing, as I said, practicing being in this not knowing state of being. And so yeah, that's why I'm doing it. So thank you all for being there and for being you, and thank you for sharing. What we've been talking about this week is a lot about diet, and I felt it was just very much on my heart to share this, because it's just a really challenging thing, and there's so many emotions connected to what we eat, and it just is really, really huge for many of us. And also I love how you share what you're experiencing, and that we can help each other, support each other. And I think also what is so important with what I share is to really share that there's no one path. I mean, if you think that a certain diet is the only way, I think you're really wrong, because it's not. We're all unique. So yeah, very, very wonderful. Yeah, and yeah, I'm sort of moving into my qigong, doing more qigong, and I've actually started a little project of doing qigong here on Saturdays, and seeing if anyone in the local area wants to join in. And that was just something that came to me very strongly, to do that and just see what happens. So it's all about harmony, and it's all about life force, and I think it's very wonderful and very useful for us, especially in the Western world, but I think probably all over the earth now, to understand that there is a life force, and there is the spiritual force, but there's also the physical life force that flows through everything and everyone, every single part of the creation. This life force is flowing. And really, according to the old Chinese tradition of healing, it's really the only reason why we become sick is because energy is being blocked. So when the energy flows in a person, in a human body, and there's not only the body, because there's the body, there's the mind, there's the emotions, which are really different bodies that are all the one body that we are. When the energies are flowing well, and there's harmony, there's not too much energy there and too little energy there. When the energy is completely dispersed out into all our being, and the energy flows in a certain way in us, which we know from the meridians, it's flowing in a certain way, the chakras, all this, we are well. And when it's not flowing properly, we're not well. So it's so simple, and yeah, it's just have some tea. Just going back to the joyfulness, that I was just really being prompted to really manifest the joy, feel the joy, because the joy, the energy of joy, the power, the joy the essence of joy. It's a part of life. We know what it is. Joy. It is a special type of energy, and it is part of the love energy, of course. Joy is really the generator, is the powerhouse of all creation from now on. And that was what I was being told, that I'm still hanging on to some heavy stuff in my life and from my past, that I need to release and understand that it doesn't work anymore to hold on to heavy things, and that joy must be the foundation for everything, really, from now on. And you just can't believe how it can be so difficult to embrace it. How come it's so difficult to embrace joy when joy is so wonderful? Well, that's because we've been told that you should do this and you should do that, and you can't just play around and have fun. You must this and you must that. And it's so deep in our system. So coming back to the Qigong and the understanding that when everything flows, everything is well, I think it really combines very well with the New Age and this whole thing of joy being the powerhouse of everything. Because really life energy is joy. the joy of life that flows through us. And when we are healing and we're helping others heal, to understand that this is not difficult and complicated and you have to know this and this and this and this. Really, our new way of healing, our new way of being, is to let everything come from joy. And understand that this is very simple. Life wishes to flow through you, and all you need to do is stop blocking it from flowing. And when you let it flow, you will feel good and you will heal and everything will be good. So it is a new approach to being, and it is a new approach to, if you're working with healing in your life, helping others heal, you're helping yourself heal. Beforehand we had to know so much, we had to understand so much, we had to read all this literature, we had to get all this knowledge so that we could help others and help ourselves. But now we're really being told, throw it all out, chuck out all the books, let it all go, and understand that life is very simple, and well-being comes from the essence of joy. It is from the energy of joy that everything comes good. And it's so wonderful and awkward. I feel it myself, although I feel I have a lot of joy in my life. I know I need the joy to expand into all areas of my life. Into every single atom of my body, I need to feel this joy bubbling up. Because then the joy has been allowed to take over me. And I'm reminded of Jesus, who says to us, it is only by becoming a child again that you will enter into the kingdom of God. And that is very much in alignment with what I'm talking about. He said it 2,000 years ago. Become like the children. The children are playful and joyful. I mean, when they're well. Not all children are like that now, but allow yourself to be the child that you are, and know that that child is not a stupid little child running around doing stupid things, but is actually the wise master of who you are, because he holds the greatest. He is the essence of joy and the flow of life, the joy of being alive, of being present on this planet. That chi energy is the child really playing in you, in me. And we can't embrace this and change our way of being by thinking. The mind cannot help us here. It's impossible. Because it's not something you can think your way to. It's something you have to embrace on a deep level of your being. And it is all about just letting go of the mind. The need to control everything and understand everything, just let that go. And the inner child that is already there in us, that is playing already, just let that child expand and become all of you. But the mind says, but I can't just be this playful child, because I have this job and I have this business and I need to do this and I need to help these people. Well, what if the energy for all that work comes from that playful child? And that when you let him or her be your powerhouse, everything will become joyful. Your business will become pure joy, not heavy, not hard. And what you do will bring joy to others so that they discover their joy. They realize, oh my goodness, this person is blossoming and so full of joy, and he's just done this job for me, and he's not only just done this job, he's actually inspired me to also find this joy. It's so beautiful. And it can sound quite abstract what I'm saying, and I feel it's quite abstract myself, but I'm really being told quite seriously to to become more playful. And we will create from this state of being. We will create, because the mind said you can't create anything sensible, anything useful, anything powerful from playfulness. But that's what we're being told. You will bring the greatest that you can bring by being anchored in joy and playfulness. So it's so wonderful how we are given the messages we need when we just relax and trust. Just trust that everything is changing. Everything feels very strange, but just keep staying anchored, and that's what I feel very much right now. The energies on the earth are intense, enormously intense, and you can feel you get thrown around, and really you really have to anchor yourself. That's what I feel, that there's no way around this. You won't survive if you don't anchor yourself. It's just not possible. It won't be possible. It is not possible. You have to anchor yourself in what? How do you anchor yourself? Well, you become deeply rooted in you. And so life can become so challenging that you just feel you're really going mad, or that everything is just crumbling around you. And it forces you to either go into the crumbling and just disappear, just become dissolved, or become more anchored. And it is not the outward strength we need, that this, I've got to pull myself together now. I'm going to pull myself together, I'm going to push myself to make this happen. That's not going to work, because you'll just dissolve with that. So becoming anchored is really becoming the playful child. And that is what's so strange. So it is, as I've said really in some of my earliest videos, it is anchoring into love with you. It is when everything is crumbling and crashing and dying around you, whatever's happening, to simply go to your own place, shut the door, or go into the forest, wherever, where you can be quiet with yourself and feel what is important for me. What is it I feel that is necessary, that I have to do, that will give me calm, will make me feel the calm. And that's where, of course, your core is, because your core is the calm. And that is where your playful child is. So when we get very, we feel the turmoil, we're not centered enough. So do whatever you can, if you're feeling this, become more centered. And even if it's I have that often, I just I don't know what to do, what to say, what to think. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to make myself a nice cup of green tea. And I got myself some real cups yesterday. And I'm going to drink this cup of tea. That's what I really feel like. And just do it. Just do it. And feel how you're coming into the calm, and you feel your rootedness, because you are the power of all powers. But because this is a very, very, very special thing that's happening on the earth now, becoming our God self is with our free will. This is our free will. Listen to the free will, which can speak in both directions. One is, oh my God, what's going on the earth? And many of these channelings are actually very, I'm sorry to say, it's stupid to read, because it's all about, oh my God, what is going to happen about this, and why did this happen, and all that will lead you away from the new earth. You won't be, I mean, we're just being told with this intensity, if you want to stay on earth and really unfold your beautiful, beautiful magnificence, which is what you are, you must become deeply anchored in you, which is becoming God and really feeling, I am God. and it's only by life becoming very, very tumultuous, right into your right to your skin, that you're forced to go deeper and know that you have this heavy, heavy anchor, and you just throw that anchor deeper into the ocean and go into a deeper place, and you feel, oh, that's right, I'm right here. And what is it that happens when we do this? And that's with our free will. We choose, I either go out and listen to all that rubbish, really, because there is turmoil, and what God is saying is just leave it, leave the turmoil, be the turmoil, and use that turmoil to come to me. I'm calling you deeper into my presence, because we are one, and you are, as it is right now on earth, you are coming to discover that you are me, and you are to live on earth as me. And of course that is a huge, huge shift for us, because that is exactly what we have not been feeling. We have not been feeling that we were God. And our mind was saying all this, well, you can't feel you're God, because then you feel all this, all that had to be dissolved. And now we are at a place where we're forced to either be God or be gone. Be God or be gone. And to become God is of course to become the power of the powers. And that demands that you, with your free will, anchor yourself. And anchoring yourself to take that cup of tea and enjoy that cup of tea. Enjoy sitting there, lying there, being there and feeling that, oh my goodness, I feel this inner power that is so strong. And in my old way of being, it would have said, well, you have all this power, go and do a whole lot of things and use the power so you can something. But what we're being told now is to just feel the power. Feel right where you are. Whoever you are, that this is the power of all powers that you are connecting with, and it is you. You are discovering, and you are becoming completely united with the truth that you are this power. And all you need to do is feel it. Just feel it. That's all you need to do. I need to put some fire on some wood on the fire. So just coming back to this, and that's what I've felt this last week or so. Life is becoming so intense, and that's what I feel I'm being told to do. Anchor yourself. Go right in. And what is it that happens when we come to this powerful place within us? Well, everything, the turmoil, is gone, because you've gone into the eye of the volcano, the hurricane. You've gone into the eye of the hurricane, and so all you feel is this blissful state of complete peace and power. And that is where the joyful child is. So our mind is getting completely dismantled, because it cannot keep up. because it is the heart mind we're using now. The mind, the intellect will be a great tool for getting things done, but the real driver of who we are is all going to come from here. So it is and it's, of course, it's wonderful that when we decide to go deep, go into this place, we are provided, and then we come to the whole thing of abundance. And of course that is where abundance, the complete abundance is. There is no lack. When we come into this place, there's no lack. Nothing missing. And so beforehand, when we were on these lower vibrations, we were sort of thinking, how can I get abundance into my life? I have to read this book and do these things and do these exercises. Well, when we make the decision to go deeper, we will feel that there is already abundance, it's already there. And that is really who we are. There is no such thing as lack. It doesn't exist, because we are the one. And our need, as soon as we get to this place and sense that, there's so much in here that we can't we can't put any more in there, because this is the volcano of love. We've gone to the very center, and all this lava, this beautiful love lava, is flowing forth, and you can't add anything to that. That would be very uncomfortable, because it is an outward flow. It's the outward flow. It is the God presence, the God state of being. God is God is not the taker. God is the giver of life. And so when we're here, we really we are awakened, completely awakened, really. And we will start creating from this place, but we need to anchor into it, and let it really. It has to incorporate into our physical being, our physical body, and this body is slow. It doesn't. You can see when you cut yourself. There are miraculous healings, and there are faith healers who can just stick their hand into your stomach and take out there are these things, but usually when you cut yourself, it takes a little while for it to heal, because the body is a slower organism. And so when we come into this state of being, for our cells to really incorporate this, it takes a while. But this is the state of bliss. And this is the state of complete unity with you, with yourself. When we come here, there's really no questions anymore. Who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I here? That all stops, because you are. And what you are is good. It's so beautiful. So I'm feeling this really strongly. This is all messages to me. I'm speaking to myself. But doing this video, God is helping me to come into this state. And I can really say, oh, okay. Okay. That was why I was feeling the intensity and quite disturbed before, and during this week felt everything was so intense. It was because you were calling me into this deep state, which is oneness with you, my Lord. And this is where Jesus and the holy people were all the time. I mean, they were humans, so they would slip out of it, but this is a state of bliss. And you sense that there really is no more you need to do. That is your greatest gift, that is to come into this state of bliss. So when people look at your face, they see the bliss, they feel the bliss. All the worry has gone, all the questions have gone, all the heaviness has gone. Because it was really not you. So beautiful, so powerful. This is really, really powerful for me. So, just going back to the chi, the ki, and the energy. Energy is flowing everywhere, and the more we center ourselves and let go of the outer world and come into our bodies and maybe do these little exercises, the more we feel the life flow. We feel it, it's flowing everywhere, and we come into the flow. So the more we come into this state of being that really is this blissful state, the more all is flowing completely in harmony. Everything has come into harmony in us. And the energy that's flowing around us, we are in harmony with that too. So if this blissful state is a state of harmony. And this blissful state will change so that tomorrow it's a different one, because we're always changing. So the world is, it's always changing. That's why we need to do this every day. So it's morning now, and we're going to do a Gabriel message now. So I'll just say a little prayer. So dear mighty Creator, thank you for this morning, and thank you for this very moment, and thank you for this message that you gave me for myself, really, and that I could share here. Oh, the light went out. Thank you that you are peace, and you are love, and you are the deepest joy, and that we are all destined to find this and to become this. So thank you that you have given us our free will so that we could be human and shape our lives in our own way. That you love us so deeply that we were given this free will to create and destroy and all that we have been doing through life. And that we still have this free will to say, okay, I don't want to go into the turmoil, I want to go into the stillness and into all the love, all the abundance, all the peace that is me. So thank you for this love that you share right now, and with all who are watching this video. Thank you for all the love that they are sharing right now, and all the love that you are shining onto us and into us. Thank you for helping us being anchored in this very intense time, anchored into your love, into your peace, into the joyful, playful child that we are. So I thank you, I thank you, I thank you that you have created life and earth and all exactly as you have. And thank you that there is only one, and that we are all one. There is no separation anywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. So let's do our message. So the Gabriel message today is number 11. The prayers you offer for others are a ticket to higher consciousness, because the gifts and blessings sent out in light and love have a tenfold return. Dear one, sometimes it feels as though prayer is the only thing you can do for another person, and you wish you could do more. Prayer is, however, the greatest gift you can give. When you pray for another, you are sending a blessing of love and increased light-filled energy. This can bring them an expanded perspective on their life and awareness of a greater power working within them as love. They may not know why they feel better, they just know they do. God's love is the power that can heal all things. All you have to do in prayer is ask that another to be filled with this divine love, and a perfect outflow of energy from a higher source will occur. Prayer is often the last thing one thinks about when situations become disturbing. In truth, prayer is most helpful as the first and not the last resort. You may not know what is best for another, but their higher power does. Each person has a guardian angel ready to respond to the prayers offered for another. It is very simple just to pray that the angels bless someone and lead them to their highest good. Praying for such divine outworking has tremendous potential and power. It opens the door to the place where miracles occur. When you pray for a miracle in any situation, you are letting the universe know that you are willing to receive it. A conscious opening occurs. Ways are revealed which have not been previously thought of. It is the natural order to have miraculous occurrences in life. Your awareness of this truth increases your faith and belief in divine solutions. This belief is what opens the door. Your faith is the healing elixir in all situations, and prayer sets it all in motion. All that is released to divine spirit with the intention of perfect outworking for the highest good of all concerned is blessed. This blessing increases the return of energy to the person offering the prayer. There is no real way to measure the energy of God's return blessings, but 10 times seems to be something the mind can accept. However, prayers offered only with the thought of tenfold return do not carry the powerful intention of a miraculous outworking. A pure release to divine will is necessary, with the intent to allow a greater power to work through each person and each situation. This is the way to create miracles. Prayer is a simple thought, a blessing given freely. It needs no special place, time, or words. Your heart carries this spiritual energy and has the intention for good. This is all you need to bring blessings to the life of another and into your world. As a bonus, you are blessed also. This is a universal gift to you for desiring good in your world and in the lives of others. It is the grace of God. Receive it freely with gratitude. Remember your message from the angels today. The prayers you offer for others are a ticket to higher consciousness, because the gifts and blessings sent out in light and love have a tenfold return. It was integrity. It says that my fingers are so dirty, but I have dirty fingers. I've just touched the candle. Forgiveness. Okay, so let's finish this Sunday shining. And it was a good, as always, message from Gabriel. And the cards. I didn't want to show my dirty fingers, but now you can see them. Because it's when I rub the candles, I rub this soot. Anyway, yeah, and so just going back to what I was talking about, being playful and how intense life is at the moment, which it really, really is, I feel. I feel I need to pray more for myself. And yeah, when you feel it is very, very challenging life, you do yourself first, and then we can pray for others. And that doesn't make this easier, because our own lives are very challenging, and just coming into our own core can be very, very difficult. But as I feel is really completely necessary. If we want to be on this planet, we have to become completely anchored in ourselves. And then we have all the people around us, and who might be in many more challenges than we are, and that doesn't make it easier for us, because we wish them to be joyful. We wish them to be well. So knowing that all we need to do is to just think of them with love, just to completely forgive them, and if there's anything we haven't forgiven, make sure we do that, and then just send them love. And often that is much, much more powerful than going and calling them and having some interaction that doesn't go right. Because many times our interactions don't go very well at the moment. So just knowing that you can just see them in love and light and ask for blessings over them, it's just so wonderful to know. So yeah, I'll finish this film now, and I send you all my love, and right where you are in your life. And if you could use this Sunday shining, it's fine. If you couldn't, doesn't matter. So take care, my friend, and may you feel the playful child within you coming and showing all its power. See you.